It's fine. You're doing like rodeo. Do you know PPG? Prince Philip Games?
No,
That's like
you know what? I'm not a diehard rodeo person, but I do the Mule Day. There's a mule rodeo every year in Bishop, California. It's a 7-day rodeo for mules, and it's everything. And I did that. I got to check that off my bucket list a couple years ago. I got to go up and compete.
It's like the
on
English
Jack.
version of rodeo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did that. Looks like a lot of the same.
Those are arena people. They're a little more snooty. They wear helmets and trot in a circle.
Yeah, that's us.
We're the ones that have our saddlebags full of 12 packs of beer with a pack of Marlboros, and we're like, "What's up?" We're not arena people.
No, you're more like what do you perform in?
What do you mean?
Rodeos,
that's more of a Western. It's more Western than English. So,
Okay.
The Western's a little more lax. I'm hanging out with bull riders and stuff like that. Guys who have dip in their mouth and look like a cow could. Convention.
Yeah. You're not delicate with the little boots and helmet.
I'm a petite, delicate flower deep inside, but no.
That's my mom's. They're like
we're riding out in the riverbed, and when you gotta go, you gotta go. You just jump off your horse and pee in the riverbed and drink dry on your way home.
Sassy, you're drinking out of something camouflage.
I'm drinking out of my Yeti cup.
And it says Sassy!
You don't even know.
Sassy.
Well, my company is Sara Sassy Canine. Sassy's just been a name I've had for years, and so everyone just calls me Sarah.
I love Sassy.
And through the Zooms that we met on is because of the radio show that we listened to.
Mm-hmm.
I would call in, and Donnie back in the day when he worked there, my caller ID would say Sara Sassy Canine. So he's like, Sassy Sarah's on the phone. So I went, all right, that's just going to be my identifier because everyone realized it was Sassy Sara calling in.
Yeah.
So when we would do these Zooms, I just went with Sassy Sara. It was just
I like it. I love it.
So that's my new stage name, I guess. I thought about that. I'm just going by Sassy Sara.
Yeah, you need to. You just, yeah. I like that stage name. I do.
The other name I have is Effin' Sarah. That used to be one of my names too. That's the Effin' Sarah because I have a gift of just opening my mouth when I shouldn't. And people just, are we allowed to cuss on this?
Oh yeah, we not FCC anymore.
Because most people would just go fucking Sarah.
Yeah.
So Sassy was more of a softer way to deliver, So in case there were children around, they couldn't get in trouble with the F-bombs.
Right. So you're an essential worker.
Yes.
And they bring the dogs.
I was quarantined for a week. I go to their houses because I'm mobile. I was quarantined for a week.
Oh, you're a mobile groomer.
I'm mobile dog groomer, yeah. So I
Very
was
nice.
for a week. And then my county said that mobile dog grooming was essential. And, because I only work with the dogs. That's just me. It's a one-on-one situation. So
right.
I was able to go back to work. So that was because let me tell you, living alone and working alone for a week, I was twiddling my thumbs. Even the mule was like, why are we riding again? This is not the agreement we had. I was riding like every day. I'm like, there's nothing else to do. And, I'm not going to clean my house. So let's.
That mule was like, bitch, I'm tired. Why do I got to be essential?
We're a weekend couple, and you're breaking the rules on a Wednesday. That's not the agreement we have.
Your mule is pissed and tired.
Yes. He was, we had to renegotiate the contract. He was not happy.
So wait, where's he live?
He's in my backyard.
You have a barn?
No, he's in my backyard in a corral. I live on 3/4 of an acre.
Right.
So
he has like what's a corral?
Like a stall.
He can go indoors.
Well, it's an outdoor stall. So he's got a round pen, it's just an outdoor arena with like a chain link fence, for lack of a better way to put it.
Right.
And then and he has a stall cover, so he has shade. And he just lives in the backyard.
It's right. So it's always really warm there if you're next. Yeah.
Today it's supposed to be 100.
And it's dry, right?
Heat wave. Yeah, it's dry. It's a dry heat.
I like dry
Arizona.
Heat. I like it. I like that better than our 95 and humid.
Right. I look like Little Orphan Annie in that kind of condition because I have naturally curly hair. So I'm like Sammy Hagar's younger sister. So when I go into humid areas, I just throw up like a Brillo pad.
So So what do most people in your area, where do they work?
You know what? It's such a hodgepodge because we are in Southern California. I know people that commute to LA, to commute to Orange County. It's such a hodgepodge. So it's not really about what you do. It's about how you live in this town because of the horses. So these are all horse people. The joke in this town is you don't break up, you just lose your turn because everyone rides. So when you break up, you just want to find someone else who rides as well. So you kind of look around and go, you'll work, You dated my friend for 10 years. It didn't work out, but you ride, I ride. Let's try it.
So it's only 45 minutes into LA, so that's nothing for a commute.
No, well, you would think.
But the traffic.
Traffic is so that's, and us inland empire is what they call, but us suburbia folk are like, the thought of going into LA makes you cringe. It's like, and that goes for Orange County too. If I have to go into Orange County, oh God help me. I'm like, if I want to feel good about myself, I go to the local mall here. If I want to feel like shit, I go down to the Orange County malls and realize that I'm like a 3 down there, It's all, the Housewives of Orange County is real, people. I met Vicki Gundelson at one of the malls one time, and
did you?
God, she was a winner. That was an interesting meet cue or whatever they call it. But anyways, I digress. I will ramble as long as you let me, Cindy. So
Okay. So
check, please. So
I'm thinking that when you're ready, you could do some mics in LA.
Yeah, there's some local towns that are a little closer.
Nice.
So I've been researching that.
Okay,
I'll kind of start small and not have to make the drive into LA just yet. But
all right,
you're the lazy man one. I'm the lazy hetero one. I'm like, I don't want to go.
So also another thing that me and you were discussing is, I had the weight loss surgery about 4 months ago, but I'm currently not losing anything but my hair right now. And I thought, I'm like, okay, I'm safe. I'm not going to lose my hair because after 4 months it started to fall out. But
right, that's about right.
But I'm not.
You're plateauing.
I'm not losing any weight neither.
You're going through a stall. It's a stall.
Right. Plus, it's quarantine, so what do you expect? But I was laughing because when I first got on with you just now, I'm like, oh my God, Sassy, can you hear my stomach? I go to your
Yes.
My stomach is so loud since this surgery. So it's normal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I had lap band surgery back in 2009. And then I revised to the gastric sleeve in 2014. And but the stomach is definitely a new world, if you will. But about 2 years after my surgery, I didn't realize I had become anemic. And while I was at a rodeo one day, I turned to my girlfriend and said, I don't feel all that good. And I passed out and hit my head on a rock.
Oh no.
I ended up in the hospital for 3 days with a concussion. And as a side effect now from that concussion, I've lost my sense of smell. I have no sense of smell.
Are you serious?
Which is a good and a bad. Let's just say all my smoke alarm batteries are up to date because if there's a fire, I can't smell it at all. So, but that goes back to the stomach because of this, the gas sometimes is horrendous. But I don't know this because I can't smell. So I just feel. So a couple months ago, I was out with some girlfriends and we were camping, glamping, if you will, up in the mountains. And I told them, I said, girls, every now and then I get back. And I live alone, so I let them rip like I'm, the queen of gas. And I ripped one and they looked at me like I had literally death had exited my butt. And I'm like, what's the problem? And they're like, you don't smell that? And I'm like, no, I don't smell it all. They're like, something has died in your ass and it's fighting its way out. And I didn't know. So that's a side effect that I didn't realize that I stink.
So you must have hit your head really, really hard. I mean, how the hell do you lose your sense of smell?
It's just a side effect. I guess it happens to a lot of people. They told me if it didn't come back within 6 months to a year, it was done. And I'm 4 years. It's like 3 or 4 years now. So I followed up and they said that if it's not back, it's not back. But my taste is fine. So, I think that's good and bad because chocolate still tastes delicious.
I know. I would go crazy.
Like I always tell people, just because they cut your stomach out doesn't mean they cut your brain out. So, and your taste buds out, because trust me, the fat girl lives inside. You know what I mean? I'm Augustus Gloop down deep, who's wants to be at the Chocolate River right now.
Oh, I know.
It up.
You're telling me. That everyone's like, oh, there's going to be so many things you're not going to be able to eat anymore. Girl, I can eat anything.
Well, you know what? I have to eat it. I have some, because of the lap band, I think there's still some side effects from that on my stomach, like the damage or maybe pushing it in, because the lap band's kind of an inner tube that goes around your stomach.
Right. Well,
I think there's some indentation.
I think you also probably have some scar tissue there. So
Right. So I can't eat bread. I can't eat pasta. I can eat toast, but I can't eat bread. I can't eat rice. So if it gets stuck, like if you were to put rocks in a funnel, it really feels like that. So I have to, but otherwise, yeah, I can eat anything, but I definitely try to be really good about it. But the quarantine was not doing me any favors, including those stretchy pants. The stretchy pants girls are not your friends. They are your backstabbing friends. You think they got your back, but in the end, they are letting you just grow and grow.
Yeah, I know. I haven't put a pair of like button pants on in probably 6 weeks because I wear gym shorts to work because I'm in a kitchen. And I have not put, any. How about you, Jen?
What?
Have you put pants on?
Like, I put on jeans like 2 weeks ago, and they were a little tight, so I haven't tried it.
Yeah, they're your true friends. Jeans are your true friends because they keep it real. They're like, bitch, you ate too much. Stop. Where the stretchy pants are faux, they're your faux friend because you think they got you. They think
except that we're coming into dress season, and once we go back to work, I can wear dresses to work. So I've got like a good 6 months till I have to worry about pants again.
No. I have to put jeans on every day just to keep my body in check because otherwise I'm Jabba the Hutt. I'm living life on the couch, Netflix, and like waiting for Princess Leia to feed me a grape.
But you can't wear a dress while you're riding Sassy your mule. What's your mule's name? Jack.
No, Jack. Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not a dress person, so it's okay. Yeah. I have a few, but I'm not. I groom dogs, so I too am wearing the required apparel of pee-resistant clothing because by the way, people tip your groomers. It's harder than you think.
I'm telling you, I the other day, well, this was a couple weeks ago, I was coming home from work and my dog usually will get right up and come running to the door. And I was like, he is not coming to the door. He's laying in his bed just looking at the door, confused. I'm like, Max, looking and looking. I'm like, oh my God, he's getting senile. He's getting so old, he's no longer recognizing me. I told my girlfriend, I said, Max is getting, you know what it was, Sassy? The hair on his face was so damn long, he couldn't see me. He could not tell who I was. So I put a call into my groomer who always grooms from her basement. I never took him to he likes this lady. And thank God she cleaned him up because he was getting in rough shape.
Groomers are essential. Yeah. They are essential. They really are. Trust me, because I've seen some of these home jobs. It looks like Edward Scissorhands is the one who's been doing their dog grooming.
Everybody's been cutting their own hair, so I colored my hair, but I have not made any attempts to cut it. As you can see, Jen, I'm looking fab here. But Jen, have you tried to cut your own hair?
I always cut my own hair, even not in quarantine. I cut my own hair. I haven't been to a hair for 10 years.
Oh, really?
Did I never tell you about my last time at a hairdresser?
No, let's hear.
Oh my God. It was my birthday. This is when I was working on the ship. We were in dry dock in Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral. So it was my birthday. The Leafs were in the playoffs. My boyfriend had planned this big party at a sports bar. So I go to get my hair done. So I have really curly hair. Like it's like corkscrew curly hair. So when I get my hair cut, I like them to wash it, cut it curly, straighten it, and then even it out dry. A lot of hairdressers don't like to cut dry hair though because of the feel. So I went into this hairdresser in a mall and said, this is what I want. Are you okay? Like, I understand if you don't want to cut it dry, that's totally cool. I understand people don't like it. I'll find someone else. She's like, no, I'm fine. So like you guys can see it's straight. Like this is me straightening my own hair. So this is how I go in with my hair. So